gmna uses artificial intelligence for generated speech, visuals, and production. AI-generated content may contain errors. Please verify important information before making decisions or taking action.
Good evening, Saratoga Springs. Tonight we'll highlight the Firefighters, Cancer and Disability Foundation's awareness drive and upcoming fundraiser on September 5, plus the temporary street closures in Troy for a film shoot. Traffic's clear and Stewart's Shops is rolling out new fall ice cream flavors. Over to you, Diana.
Kesha's Freedom Tour lands at the Saratoga Performing Arts Center this Saturday night, opening doors at 7:30, with a 2-hour set and special guest appearances.
Tickets start at $45, available online through Ticketmaster or at the SPAC box office, with a limited early bird discount ending tomorrow evening.
A portion of each ticket sale will support the Firefighters, Cancer and Disability Foundation, aligning the concert with community fundraising efforts throughout the month.
Lots to get to tonight, Diana, starting with Kesha's Freedom Tour at the Saratoga Performing Arts Center next Saturday. Tickets on sale now, let's begin. Here are our top stories. Tonight, the Saratoga Springs Firefighters, Cancer and Disability Foundation launches an awareness drive and its inaugural fundraiser on September 5, highlighting job-related injuries and illnesses to support our firefighters' health. Talia Whitcomb has the full story.
Firefighters, Cancer and Disability Foundation is out in Saratoga Springs today, gearing up for its first public fundraiser. The group, launched in November, aims to shine a light on the injuries and illnesses firefighters face on the job, from burn scars to respiratory issues and the long-term risk of cancer. Organizers say the September 5, 2026 event will bring together community members, local businesses, and former fire crew to raise both awareness and funds for health screening programs and support services. Volunteers are setting up information tables, and a silent auction tent is already taking shape behind the fire station. The foundation hopes the evening will spark conversations that keep our responders safe long after the alarms stop. Talia Whitcomb, GMNA News, Saratoga Springs.
Street crews in Troy have sealed off several downtown blocks as a motion picture crew sets up for a 2-day shoot. The closures, which began this morning, will remain in effect through tomorrow, redirecting traffic onto adjacent avenues and prompting detour signage at key intersections. City officials said the production received a permit to film on public thoroughfares, and they are working with police to ensure safety for both residents and the crew. Drivers are advised to allow extra travel time and to follow the posted detour routes. Local businesses have been notified of the temporary disruption, and the city's Public Works Department will monitor the situation and reopen the streets as soon as filming concludes. The effort underscores Troy's growing role as a backdrop for regional film projects and cultural visibility nationwide.
4 Capital Region firms have moved into the round of 16 in the statewide Coolest Thing Made in New York competition, keeping the race for innovative products alive through the summer. The companies, each headquartered in the greater Saratoga, Albany, and surrounding area, were selected from more than 100 entrants after a panel of industry judges evaluated design, functionality, and market potential. Organizers said the advancing products showcase the region's blend of high-tech manufacturing and creative engineering. Winners will be announced later in the fall, with the final showdown slated for the Winter Awards ceremony in New York City. Local officials praised the achievement as a boost for the area's reputation in research and development, and the businesses are now gearing up for the next round of testing and public voting. The contest, sponsored by the state's Economic Development Agency, highlights products that could reach national markets.
Traveling memorials honoring the Vietnam War and September 11th will arrive in Glens Falls this August, offering exhibits that educate visitors and commemorate those lost. Bridget Halloran has the full story.
Heavy trucks pull into the downtown parking lot, their sides painted with the flags of the United States and the emblems of 2 solemn projects. Inside, rows of military helmets, rust-stained photographs, and a replica of a fighter jet await visitors, while a separate pavilion holds steel beams salvaged from the World Trade Center, a framed photograph of the towers, and a wall of names. Volunteers in Navy shirts arrange informational panels that trace the conflict in Southeast Asia and the events of September 11th, aiming to give students and families a tactile sense of history. The temporary museum will open to the public throughout August 2026, offering free guided tour and a space for reflection. Bridget Halloran, GMNA News, Glens Falls.
Stewart's Shops has begun rolling out a line of fall-inspired ice cream flavors across its stores in the region, and Saratoga shoppers can already taste the new offerings. The rollout kicked off on August 16th and remains in progress, with each location featuring the seasonal scoops alongside the chain's regular menu. The new varieties, which include spiced pumpkin, caramel apple crisp, and toasted pecan swirl, are crafted to capture the taste of the coming cooler months while still delivering the creamy texture customers expect. Store managers say the flavors are rotating weekly, so the selection may shift as the season advances. Customers have reported the pumpkin flavor as a favorite, while the apple crisp is already selling out during peak afternoon visits. The launch follows the company's tradition of introducing limited-time desserts, giving locals a fresh option as the summer winds down and the first hints of autumn appear. Later, we'll bring you a free HOA and condo board seminar taking place today right here, plus more local updates. We will be right back.
Every day, important stories happen across the city before any news crew arrives. Sometimes the very first person at the story is you. When you witness something newsworthy, open the GMNA Citizen Reporter app and start your report. The app guides you through every step while your report is delivered directly to the GMNA newsroom. Every submission is reviewed by our editorial team, and approved reports may be featured on GMNA. Get the GMNA Citizen Reporter app today at my.gmna.ca. Your city, your news. Welcome back. Today's free seminar for Homeowners Association and Condominium Board members is in full swing here in Saratoga Springs. Organized by local experts, the session offers practical guidance on board governance, financial oversight, and legal responsibilities. Attendees are hearing from seasoned attorneys and property managers who break down complex statutes into actionable steps. The workshop held at the Downtown Community Center also includes a Q&A segment where participants can pose real-world challenges. Organizers say the goal is to strengthen leadership and improve transparency across the city's many residential complexes. With summer at its peak, the event draws board members from across the county, hoping to apply new best practices before the next fiscal year. The seminar will run through the afternoon, giving officials ample time to network and share resources today.
Upstate Thrift and Apparel has opened a new store in Ballston Spa, bringing affordable clothing options and supporting local reuse initiatives this August. Russ Tedeschi has the full story.
Upstate Thrift and Apparel swung its doors open this August in the heart of Ballston Spa, unveiling a bright storefront that promises affordable clothing for the community. Inside, racks are already filled with gently used shirts, dresses, and jackets, each tagged at prices meant to fit tight budgets. The shop's mission, as its owners explained, is to keep good garments in circulation while giving locals a low-cost option for their wardrobes. Shoppers today sampled the selection, noting the mix of vintage finds and everyday basics. By focusing on reuse, the store aims to reduce waste and keep money in the neighborhood, offering a new resource for families and students alike. Russ Tedeschi, GMNA News, Ballston Spa.
New coffee and tea lovers have a fresh spot to gather as Ka and Mel's Coffee and Tea Room opens its doors at the Love Albany Center. Founders Jamal Mosley and Khalid Miller launched the venue this August, aiming to craft a welcoming community hub. The shop offers a range of brewed coffees, specialty teas, and light bites, all served in a bright, locally inspired setting. Patrons can enjoy indoor seating as well as a small patio that overlooks the center's bustling plaza. The owners say the goal is to provide a comfortable place where neighbors can meet, work, or simply relax. Since opening, the venue has drawn a steady stream of visitors, and the buzz suggests it will remain a popular gathering point throughout the summer season. Local artists have added murals that brighten the walls. The shop will host weekly open mic nights beginning next month.
The Davis siblings are turning heads on the Saratoga track this summer, proving that homegrown talent can compete at the highest level. Brother Alex, a seasoned jockey, and sister Maya, fresh out of the local riding academy, have each secured multiple victories at the Saratoga racecourse since the season opened. Their partnership on the circuit has drawn attention from trainers across the region, and both riders have been praised for their tactical skill and poise in the fast-paced summer meet. As the Travers Stakes approaches, the Davis duo hopes to add a marquee win to their growing resume, showcasing the spirit of this Spa City's racing heritage. Their success underscores the depth of equestrian expertise that Saratoga continues to produce, inspiring aspiring riders throughout the county. Local fans have already begun cheering them as potential future champions of the sport.
The Saratoga Springs Firefighters, Cancer and Disability Foundation will host a 5-kilometer run this year, aiming to raise funds for firefighter health programs. Talia Whitcomb has the full story.
Runners line up along Main Street, the early morning chill lifting as volunteers hand out water bottles and race bibs. The 5-kilometer course will wind through downtown Saratoga Springs, passing the historic downtown plaza and the park that borders the Saratoga Lake shoreline. Participants range from seasoned marathoners to families with kids, all gathered to support the Saratoga Springs Firefighters, Cancer and Disability Foundation. Proceeds from registration fees and on-site donations will fund health programs for firefighters battling cancer and other service-related conditions. Organizers estimate the event could raise several $1,000s, bolstering the foundation's ability to provide medical screenings, counseling, and rehabilitation services. The start line is set for 10 a.m., and volunteers are already checking timing chips and safety gear. Talia Whitcomb, GMNA News, Saratoga Springs.
Now let's turn to the forecast and see what tonight's weather has in store.
A steady mid-latitude ridge holds the jet aloft, keeping humidity low and skies stubbornly clear tonight. On this date, the all-time high for Saratoga Springs sits at degrees, recorded during the 2015 summer heat wave that pushed the region into the upper 30s Celsius for several days. The all-time low is 49 degrees, set in 2025 when an Arctic dip slipped unusually far south, blanketing the Hudson Valley with sub-zero air aloft. By contrast, the climatological average high for August 18th hovers around 82 degrees with a low near 62. Making today's 81-degree reading comfortably between the extremes. Scanning the live loop, the reflectivity is essentially blank across the Capital District, no echoes in the low-level band. A shallow ridge of high pressure sits over the Adirondacks, suppressing lift and keeping moisture locked out. With the jet stream sprinting westward at 74 miles per hour, any stray disturbance would be sheared apart before reaching us. The map stays clear as we shift to tonight's outlook. At 6 p.m., the city sits under a clear sky with a temperature of 81 degrees, humidity at 61%, and a dew point of 66. Light breezes from the east linger at 4 miles per hour, and pressure remains steady, high, and unchanging. A fast-moving jet stream thunders overhead from the west at 74 miles per hour, capping any rising motion and locking the ridge in place. This combination forces the atmosphere to stay dry, so clouds won't develop before sunset at 7:54. As the sun dips, the modest moisture and clear skies allow temperatures to fall to a low of 61. The UV index holds at 6 for the remaining daylight. No wind warnings and no active alerts are in effect. Turning now to the 5-day outlook. Wednesday opens under the same ridge, delivering a high of 82 and a low of 59 with bright skies throughout. Thursday's ridge weakens slightly, allowing clouds to drift in and capping the high at 79 while the low holds at 59, a modest dip but still comfortable. Friday remains clear as the jet stream stays aloft, producing another high of 79 and a low of 57, the coolest night of the stretch. Saturday's pattern steadies again, offering mainly clear conditions, a high of 81 and a low of 59, perfect for plans. Sunday introduces a disturbance from the west, bringing light rain and a 50% chance of showers, with a high of 75 and a low of 63 as cooler air pushes in. The week's temperature swing stays within a 10-degree band, with weekend rain the only notable change. And that's your weather. Remember, the local sunset is also available as a podcast. Listen anytime on iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcasts.
Up next, traffic's clear. The Mets dominate the Padres, and Kesha's Freedom Tour hits the stage tonight. Stay tuned, we will be right back.
Every day, important stories happen across the city before any news crew arrives. Sometimes the very first person at the story is you. When you witness something newsworthy, open the GMNA Citizen Reporter app and start your report. The app guides you through every step while your report is delivered directly to the GMNA newsroom. Every submission is reviewed by our editorial team, and approved reports may be featured on GMNA. Get the GMNA Citizen Reporter app today at my.gmna.ca. Your city, your news. All major routes are moving freely this afternoon. Interstate 95 southbound, Route 23 and the downtown connectors show no slowdowns. The interstate is clear through the exit for the University District, and the parkway leading to the convention center is open with normal flow. No accidents or construction are reported, so you can expect a smooth ride to work or errands. Expect typical afternoon volumes to build after 3 o'clock, especially on Route 23 near the shopping plaza and on the southbound lanes of the interstate heading toward the mall. Drivers should stay alert for the usual commuter surge, but no delays are anticipated at this time. For those heading downtown, traffic lights remain coordinated, keeping travel times steady. If you're taking the bus, routes remain on schedule with no reported issues. That's the traffic picture for Saratoga Springs right now.
Kesha is lighting up the stage tonight at the Albany Med Health System at SPAC, bringing her Freedom Tour with Chromo and Erica Jane. Fans of high-energy pop will love the sing-along anthems and the chance to dance under the Saratoga night sky. Putnam Place is hosting the Pizza Bowl today, a fun blend of unlimited pizza, shoes, and bowling. It's a low-key way to gather friends for a night of cheesy competition right in downtown Saratoga. The Saratoga Paint and Drip Studio has a drop-in art time happening now, offering a tropical art escape. Whether you're a seasoned painter or just looking to unwind, the studio's vibrant atmosphere sparks creativity without any pressure. Tomorrow, the Philadelphia Orchestra returns to SPAC with David Kim conducting the Four Seasons. Music lovers won't want to miss a masterful interpretation of that beloved classic, right here in our community. And now here's James with sports.
Summer heat fuels fierce battles from the Mets to the Yankees across New York. Carson Bench turned a night at Citi Field into a defensive showcase on August 16th, robbing a runner at home for the second out of the sixth, and earlier delivering 2 home plate assists in the first inning, a Mets first. Those plays helped secure the Mets' 4th straight win over the Padres, fueling late-season momentum. On August 17th, Carson Bench turned a Jackson Merrill line drive into a game-ending play, throwing to Francisco Alvarez as Manny Machado was tagged out to close the first inning at Citi Field. That defensive gem anchored the Mets' victory over the Padres, giving New York a strong start to a 3-game series. The Yankees announced Max Fried will miss at least 15 days after a left elbow bone bruise landed him on the injured list retroactive to August 14th. His absence shuffles the rotation, opening a spot for a back-end starter and adding pressure on the bullpen as New York pushes through the August stretch. Between August 3rd and 16th, the Mets compiled 2 series sweeps while dropping a single series, though 2 of those 3 defeats came via shutouts. The stretch highlights a potent run production when healthy, yet underscores lingering offensive inconsistencies that the club must iron out before the final push. Citi Field's August 17th showdown pits the Mets' starting rotation of Nolan McLean against the Padres, while the lineup features A.J. Ewing in left, Lindor at short, Bichette at third, and Bench patrolling right. Watch the middle order of Robert, Young, and Semien test San Diego's bullpen as the series heads into Game 2. Carlos Rodon is slated to return to the mound Tuesday night against the Orioles, marking his first start since a left elbow inflammation sidelined him on June 28th. His comeback injects a veteran left-hander into New York's rotation, just as the Yankees eye a late-season surge. Stay tuned for more action as the season races toward its climax.
Thanks, James. Kumaani, the beloved ramen spot, is setting up shop at 23 to 25 Division Street in downtown Saratoga Springs. The eatery, known for its house-made ramen, crisp gyoza, and handcrafted bubble tea, will swing its doors open in October 2026 as the chain's fourth location. This new casual dining option gives residents and visitors another reason to linger on the historic streets, and it reinforces the city's reputation as a food lover's destination. As a longtime favorite for late-night bowls after summer concerts, Kumaani's arrival feels like a hometown hug, reminding us that great flavor is part of Saratoga's community fabric. The restaurant will also create dozens of new jobs, giving local talent opportunities here in the heart of downtown. Coming up, the beloved Jumpin' Jack's Drive-In rolls into its 74th season, followed by a heartfelt mom story on WAMC.
Every day, important stories happen across the city before any news crew arrives. Sometimes the very first person at the story is you. When you witness something newsworthy, open the GMNA Citizen Reporter app and start your report. The app guides you through every step while your report is delivered directly to the GMNA newsroom. Every submission is reviewed by our editorial team, and approved reports may be featured on GMNA. Get the GMNA Citizen Reporter app today at my.gmna.ca. Your city, your news. Welcome back. Jumpin' Jack's Drive-In has reopened for its 74th season this March, offering the capital region a seasonal outdoor dining experience. The restaurant will remain open throughout the spring. Talia Whitcomb has the full story.
Cars are threading into the familiar lot where Jumpin' Jack's has set up its seasonal drive-in for the 74th year. The scent of grilling meat drifts across the parking rows as families pull up, windows down, and order the classic menu that returns each spring. Staff in retro-style aprons hand out trays through open windows, while a portable speaker plays upbeat tunes that echo across the lot. The reopening this March marks another chapter in the region's beloved seasonal dining tradition, offering a nostalgic bite of summer before the heat arrives. Patrons linger, sharing stories of past visits, while the sun climbs higher over the capital region's skyline. Talia Whitcomb, GMNA News, Saratoga Springs.
Maddie Turner Tarver joins WAMC to discuss the close bond she shares with her daughter, a story that underscores family connections across the capital region this May 15. Owen Prescott has the full story.
May 15, 2026, Maddie Turner Tarver sits down on WAMC, speaking openly about the everyday moments that knit her to her daughter. She recalls early mornings spent together in the kitchen, the quiet habit of sharing a cup of coffee before school, and the way a simple joke can turn a rough day into laughter. The conversation moves to the challenges of balancing work and family, with Turner Tarver noting how her daughter's curiosity keeps her grounded. Both women emphasize listening as the cornerstone of their bond, saying that honest dialogue has helped them navigate each new stage. The interview mentions a generational thread of support that runs through many capital region homes. Owen Prescott, GMNA News, Saratoga Springs.
Thank you, Saratoga Springs, for joining us on the local sunset. Tonight's highlight, seeing the traveling Vietnam War and 9/11 memorials set their sights on Glens Falls, reminded us of our shared history. I'm Marcus Dunfield. Tune in tomorrow for more community stories and a fresh look at what matters.